The number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
You're listening to UCW Radio. In your face.
Welcome to another segment of UCW Radio, and this is your host, Lou, a.k.a. Falcon Coparis, and I want to thank all of our listeners again for the continued support week in and week out just by listening to the show and hearing our special guests. Now, today on the show, we're going to have a man that some call the Jerry Maguire of celebrity appearances. He has risen to great heights in a niche market of the entertainment industry. Okay, and honestly, he's growing every week. Not even every month, not even every year, every week his business is growing. From having clients such as Carmen Electra, Mario Lopez, Antonio Sabato Jr., to Soulja Boy, Flo Rida, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on, with well over 250 clients. Now, before we bring them on the line, I have to give you some information. Listeners can actually call in when the show is live, so get a pen and write this down. The number is 323-215-1446. That's 323-215-1446. And even when the show is over, you can leave me a message, and if it's interesting enough, hey, trust me, it'll be played for all to hear. And also, if you are on Twitter, then shoot me out some questions or comments while we are live, or even if we're not live, and we'll try to read them off as we go along. You'll know who the guest is. Sometimes you won't. It all depends, because we're getting a lot of requests nowadays. But if you look on UCW Magazine, it should give you an idea, and you can send your comments or your questions to me. Just tweet me, and my Twitter name is Louis Velazquez. That's LOUISVELAZQUEZ. Follow me and ask away. Now, without further ado, let's patch in the ultimate celebrity booking agent, Mike Esterman of Esterman Entertainment and Esterman.com. All right, Mike, welcome to UCW Radio. I want to thank you in advance for taking time out of your extremely busy day to speak with us today. It's great to have you on the show.
What's up, what's up? No problem, anytime, my man.
All right, awesome. Mike, I'm gonna say this because you are, hands down, the ultimate celebrity booking agent. You've been called
ultimate,
the ultimate.
That's isn't that a fighting word?
Yeah,
fighting term.
Ultimate. Yeah, well, you're in a fight there every day, man. Every time you wake up in the morning, you're fighting to get things done for your clients. You know.
It's funny. Instead of ultimate fighter, we've got ultimate celebrity agent.
Yeah, you know something, that could be a marketing tool right there.
I love it.
But you've been called the Jerry Maguire of celebrity appearances. Your clients range from Carmen Electra, Mario Lopez, Antonio Sabato Jr. He has a show now, I believe, on VH1.
Yeah, we just added him. That's right.
Yeah, he's with you now. Soulja Boy, Flo Rida, Dancing with the Stars, dancers, Jamie Foxx, and so on and so forth. Dude, if I went through this whole list...
Don't look for me on Dancing with the Stars.
Huh?
Don't look for me on that show. Don't look for me on Dancing with the Stars anytime soon.
No tango for you? Yeah, but I hear about you and dancing.
Yeah, back in the day on my bio on Esterman.com, you're right, I did start with American Bandstand, Dance Party USA. I was a dancing fool back in the old high school days. Now you try to get me to it, look, times have changed, right?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, no tango, no moonwalk, nothing for you.
I try, but I look like the typical white boy that just doesn't know how to dance. But I try to keep a little rhythm. It's all inside, though. I gotta keep it inside.
Yeah, you let it out once in a while. You gotta let it out sometimes. But look, your clients, the list is ridiculous. I mean, I'd go out of breath. I'd be out of breath if I went through the whole thing, and so that list I gave was condensed. And I'm not.
There's over 250 clients that I call clients. So really, look, I don't own the clients. We don't own the talent, but I'm like like you said, I'm the guy that gets them their paid appearances. It's a niche I started over 10 years ago that became such a blasé, regular thing these days, where I've got a lot of followers and wannabes and copycats out there. But look, I do my marketing. I keep the Esterman.com name out there alive. It's the the branding of the whole of what I do. And sure, we add new celebrity names as they come, like Antonio Sabato Jr., as you mentioned. New show, which means new appearances.
Right, exactly. But most people, they see how a person grows into to reach that celebrity status, and that's all great. But what people don't realize is you are like the great Oz behind the curtain, because you get them out there, you get them the paid appearances. They're out there, they're meeting, Joe Public. They're keeping their name alive, and you're basically enhancing their asset base in their name. So
the big thing I call is I say I don't make the stars, I only book them.
Right.
So even though they are celebrities when they come to me, I don't make them the celebrities. I just help them. Sure, we give them a little extra visibility. We give them a little extra marketing push where they get to really meet the fans or the people that made them who they are one-on-one. And the only way to do those are at those casinos and the clubs and the malls and everything that wants to book, whether it's a birthday party, a Christmas thing coming up, Halloween bash, whatever. They get to host these parties. It's easy for them to do. It's just travel's included. They get their VIP, their ground transportation, food, and a small fee for their time. And meanwhile, the club or the benefit of the retailer, whoever benefits by having that name on their marquee to bring those customers in that city or state to them just to meet that celebrity.
Right, and it's something that is, I guess, a niche market or a niche area of the entertainment industry that you're in, but you have to be good at what you do to make it all happen for them. Because again, if you don't get them out there into the public, the chances of them to have that continued following could actually dwindle over time because they're not getting out there to the public.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that is true. It plays a small part of it. The big thing is where, it's just a constant grind, a constant churning of, talent buyers could be anybody. It could be your neighbor, it could be a one-time promoter, it could be a guy that owns a facility, and they're worldwide, global. We're not only talking U.S. These shows, whether they're rerun or music artists that are known globally, they might not be as popular in the States, but they're still getting big money, whether it be Europe or Finland or, Switzerland and Australia and you name it. They're global. So through the internet, the breeze, just like you guys with your radio show, it's great. We reach globally. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, well, maybe you should change your company name to Esterman Global. that would work, right?
Yeah, global, agent to the stars. That's kind of what I do.
Yeah, there you go. But let me ask you this, because a lot of people don't understand. I know you did explain what you do, but they don't understand the difference between what you do and what a management company does, because those are two different animals.
Well, there's not only management, but the other, even just as the word agent. I mean, there's agents in so many niche areas. You said this is a niche of appearances. This is, you're right, a niche. However, a celebrity, a Mario Lopez, a Carmen Electra, Antonio, any of these guys have other agents that cover different specialties. However, you've got the agents that handle their theatrical, that get them the TV shows and get them those movie roles and the cameos and that kind of stuff. Then you've got the agents that also could be working on just a book deal. Or you can have an agent that's also working in, whether it be their, you got a publicity area that they handle. Gets them in the press and the magazines, the tabloids, those kind of things that are right for them. Or they look over those requests that come in. So there are very various facets to everybody's background. A manager, of course, oversees who they are, the direction they need to go in, where their growth is, and all that other good stuff. And then, of course, you got your management, publicities, you got your agents. There's all these different areas that work conjunction with each other, not against each other.
Right. Well, it all depends on who you have on your team, and that's an important thing. And that's something we're going to get into in a second, because I have a few things to say about that, which I find interesting. But I know you're going to shed some light on that bad boy. But look, you're a celebrity booking agent, but that's not all that you do. I want to touch on some other stuff that you're doing. You have a TV show. You have
the TV show is in the works. Everybody these days has a reality show. Reality is the area that, of course, today's society has gone in. Everybody has a reality show idea and think that they could be the next reality show, even though you've seen the dating shows, you've seen the different real-life housewives and the real-life this and real-life that. Everybody's lives, of course, are comical or interesting, to say the least. Everybody's got a niche. Now, how many of these shows could you watch? My show, the idea of the show, the agent, or the real-life entourage, as I call it, is just that. It's behind the scenes, I guess, of what I do for a living, but it's really not focused on just me. It's the clients, what the behind the scenes is when they arrive at a place. I don't need to tell you on the show. The show is a great concept, hasn't been done. It is in the works with a couple production companies and networks have interest and stuff. So we're close, hopefully, to get a deal. Hopefully soon you'll be able to see that on TV.
I think so. I think it's. I mean, look, you have the background, you have the know-how, and a show like that. I think that people would adhere to it because they're getting to see the behind-the-scenes work with these guys getting out there. Because you see a celebrity in a club, how'd they get there?
Yeah.
They didn't just show up.
Well, the big thing is it's not about me per se. It's about the brand and what we do. So even if the show is about, Mike Esterman as the behind-the-scenes agent, it's really still not going to only be about me. It's about the clients. And again, it's part of that branding of we have people that you can connect with and book at your own personal thing. Because, look, celebrities these days are almost as closer than they ever used to be. It used to be this untouchable taboo. You'll never be able to meet a star unless you're in Hollywood or in a film with them. And then now you can connect with that star by these personal appearances. Or maybe somebody is shooting a movie in your local town, but how often is that going to be in middle America,
That's true.
So we try to bring Hollywood closer, a touch away.
And you know what? I'm sure a lot of people appreciate that because how often does someone leave, I don't know, Idaho to go see an Antonio Sabato or one of these other celebrities? It's not often.
But we're going to bring those reality stars and the celebrities to Idaho.
Exactly, but that is the name of the game, and that is what you do. And basically, you're providing a service that otherwise these people in Middle America, they wouldn't get. And even though they don't know it, you are providing a big service.
Well, that's what I'm here for, and that's what Esterman.com is created to be, as part of connecting the celebrities with the fans through, of course, the talent buyers, which are the people, of course, that can afford for these people to bring out. Not everybody is astronomically outrageous.
Right.
Like these reality stars. I know you did a recent interview with one of my clients, Ashley from Charm School, Rock Love. Great girl from the show. Hopefully she's got a lot more TV in the works. And I'm handling not only her as her agent, but also as her manager. So in some roles, you're right, I do play more than just one role. She's one of the scenarios. Even Daisy from Rock of Love and Daisy of Love, another one that I'm her exclusive booking agent and handle a lot of different things and ideas and distribution with her music and different things that are going on. So it is a full-time job.
Yeah, and you have a lot on your plate. Look, the bottom line here is that you are the creme de la creme in celebrity booking in that arena. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep hyping you up because it's not me actually hyping you up. It's me saying things that you won't say about yourself. Okay, and it is the truth. What makes you attract these top names in the industry? I know the answer, but I'd like our listeners to hear it from you.
Well, like I said, it's a grind and it's a challenge. I love doing it. It seems to be something I was born to do. I didn't go to school, didn't take any training and courses in it. It's just something you pick up, but over time you fine tune. And it is something. This whole area of business is not all glitz and glory. It is an area that really you have to have a stomach and thick skin for.
No, I believe that without a doubt. When you booked your first top name, how did it feel for you to book it and see them in action?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well,
seeing them in action on the appearances themselves?
Yeah, at the appearances, because I know it has to be a unique feeling, because it only happens once when you book someone and you see them signing the autographs and everything. You say, wow, I had an impact with little Joe to sign an autograph with XYZ celebrity, because otherwise he wouldn't have that autograph.
Right. Well, It's fun to see. It's great to see, of course, the expressions on people's faces. Like right now, even when you were saying about Ashley, she's on her way to Sawgrass Mills Mall, for a mall appearance. My God, you've got a lot of people that can't get into a club. The VH1 shows as a great scenario, which is like a top-rated network, has got all these big shows on. Most of their audiences are under the age to get in a club. So it's great to be able to bring these people to those all-age type places. And they get so much bang out of their bucks. Sponsors can jump in on, the crowds are enormous, and it's great to see that kind of turnout.
Well, I think that you have your hands on the fingers on the pulse of that whole arena. And, you're doing a bang-up job. Let me ask you, the economy, the way, you read the papers, you see what's happening over the past, couple of years. Has that had an impact, negative or positive, on the exposure that your clients are getting?
Well, let me see. The impact has always been strong. You're talking in which regards?
Well, the economy. Okay, everything's slowing down,
right.
Quote unquote, the recession.
Well,
look, I just think, and this is just my opinion, when times are bad, people want to see something positive, and that's why I asked that question, because I don't think it affects you in a negative way. I think it's a positive thing.
I've heard, right, and I agree with you, and I don't mean to cut you off on that, but what I think it is, I have these thoughts strong in my head, the economy has played, yes, a role with everybody. I can't say I've been immune to it. However, there's two sides to that, where the town is still being booked. Maybe it's not the huge ticket items, people, except for New Year's Eve and the big holiday stuff that people still get strong money for. But I have to say that, the other side of it, where the club owners or the talent buyers, they still say, hey, people are still going to go out and drink, whether they can't afford to do whatever. They're always going to want to drink. They're always going to I'm thinking, all right, look, if you think your business is still strong, so be it. I'm not going to complain about it. They're still able to book people, but you're right. Maybe the bigger ticket items that used to be so plentiful or regular aren't as booked as much, but concerts are still on tours. The big names are rolling around, so somebody's paying for something.
Yeah, well, without a doubt, and I see it because, again, when times are bad, people need something to give them enjoyment, and if seeing a celebrity somewhere having a drink and doing that makes them feel good, hey.
It might drive people to drink, as they say. But, hey, I don't condone drinking, but I'm just saying that they say that people who drink won't stop drinking because of the economy. Yeah. I don't know. That's just what the talent buyers say.
Well, that's what they say, and I think that's a topic for another day.
Exactly.
Well, Esterman Entertainment is your baby. You built it, you groomed it, you made a big name for yourself behind the scenes. Again, this is what I see. I know without you, your clients would not be getting the exposure on the level that you have it, that they're getting now. Now, how rapid is your company growing?
Well, it's, the exposure we're talking about, though, in the personal appearances. Again, I don't want to take away from, they get their exposure from these networks. They're not getting it from Mike Esterman. But, the exposure to get them booked is really my area of expertise. The different, your next question was which?
Well, your company, how rapid is it growing?
Well, growing means, in terms of growth for me is, of course, more globally, more contacts that are in different countries. Look, I have this DJ, Nicola. She's in Switzerland this weekend. Or we've got, even Coolio. Remember Gangsta's Paradise? Big song. But he's booked in Europe. There's different offers that are coming. Even Chingy. Chingy had a big hit a couple years ago. He's an urban hip-hop artist. Great, had some great songs. We're getting London requests for him right now as of today. Then you've got the popular ones that are on tour. Look, rock and roll is everybody's fan fave. Motley Crue is here in my area Saturday night. I booked Vince Neil for after parties at a club. Tommy Lee used to do some dance sets with DJs at clubs here and there when he's got time. Poison is on tour with Bret Michaels, as you know, and he does after parties at his clubs along the way. So these are the things that I kind of jump in with these already tours in motion. So there's a lot of areas that I can fit in to help, whether it be, like I said, tours, whether it's one-off appearances, reality stars, music artists, movie stars. Jeremy Piven was promoting a movie not too long ago called The Goods. We had 5 cities he was in. We tried to book some release, pre-release parties. These are from movie stars to all different areas. They all get the requests.
Yeah, without a doubt. And the thing is, what you do, as I said, as they're traveling around, they're getting in the face of the public. Not on TV, not on radio, face to face. People get to see them. And that's stuff that people don't forget when they meet someone. Like, wow, I met so-and-so, and they won't wash their hands for a week. I don't know. I mean, but that's how people react to celebrities. And look, you're a mover and a shaker. And I see it as a natural growth progression with your connections, your drive, for you to eventually expand into branding, filmmaking, things of that nature. Is this something that's in your sights? I know you talked about the TV show, but are you looking to build a branding company and get into filmmaking and stuff like that?
Well, I personally am not, I'm not a producer. I have been put on a couple movie films as a co-producer, only because, again, I would help secure maybe some talent. If they've got some roles that aren't needing the heavy duty names, I'll help them with some filler names. So I become like a co-producer in that respect. They give me the credit. That's nice. IMDb will show me on a few films. I guess they did that with, but for the majority part, I'm helping everybody who needs names. It could be a film, a cameo, a music video, any of these kind of projects are also big areas for the same clients that we do appearances for. Whether it would be Daisy, like I said, of Rock of Love, she's getting requests for cameos in films. Or Ron Jeremy. Yeah, everybody knows him from Adore. I only do mainstream stuff. So whether it be him or Jenna Jameson, we put him in a horror film. You got Ron, who's coming out in these Boondock Saints, which is huge cult college type movies. They come out with another release soon. So there's a lot of areas besides just the personal appearance that I do gender in.
And that's good to speak about that, because a lot of people that they don't know the ins and out of what you're doing. I don't want you to give away any of your trade secrets.
No, it's guilty by default. I know people just think appearances. Oh, you only do people that show up at clubs. Well, yeah, that's for the most part. But you know what? There's so many other things that come across my desk that actually I get to fuel those leads and contact to the other clients or clients that I'm already working with. So yes, they're not only doing that, but it is a big bulk of how I was known for. So I'm not taking that away, but I have grown into a lot of other areas of the entertaining, booking areas. Okay. It's not just for clubs anymore.
Okay, see, you hear that, people? It's not just for clubs. Now, I need to touch on something, Mike, because, look, you are a true professional, no doubt about it. And I've seen time and time again, you have booking agents out there that claim to be the best of the best. They promise the world, blah, blah, blah. They don't deliver too much. And I'm sure that some of these guys probably even reach out to you at times to help you book their clients or their potential clients.
Well, that's what we call middle agents. Yes, I have a lot of them around the country. We can't take anything from them. They're out there hustling. They're pounding the streets. They've got their local clubs or people they have relationships with. It is based on relationships. And look, we're not going to take that away from them, but they do call on me as well. Hey, Mike, you know what? I need, your client so-and-so for one of my guys. Of course, they can tell them, hey, I got so-and-so if you want them. But, of course, they might call me at the end of the day. I'm happy to help.
Right, but do you think that there are a lot of middle agents, quote-unquote middle agents out there that aren't as scrupulous as you like them to be? I mean,
it gives us legitimate guys a bad name. I mean, there's so many deals also that I end up cleaning up the messes for. Like, I seem to be the go-to guy, and it's not only for all the great stuff, but the go-to guy when somebody's in a pinch, in a bind, and somebody ran off with their deposit and they can't get the phone calls returned, and the client didn't show up like they thought. Who are they calling? Mike Esterman. Hey, can you help me out? I need to get a hold of so-and-so. I need to track down this person. I seem to be that fix-it guy, and I need to tell these people that already know me. It's like, guys, why didn't you just call them to me to begin with? Because it goes back to the same saying that when it was too cheap and sounded too good to be true, they jumped on it. And then they found out it wasn't real. So again, it's the same old cliche. Why believe something that I'm telling you at one price? It's not my price. And that's another whole other topic that's very important, where people think that when I quote a rate, that I'm just shooting the breeze. These rates are not made up by Esterman. These rates are by the clients. They tell me, Mike, do not quote me less than X amount of dollars. Or I need X amount of dollars to do an appearance. Those are the numbers I can go by. Right. I only get paid my 10% added on top of what they're paying. If I don't book that person, I make zero. So what's the point of saying a high number that you can't afford when I'm going to make nothing anyway? That's the philosophy that I don't understand people don't get. I'm not here to lose deals. We're here to make deals. And that's how we make money. But we're not here to quote high rates. This is only Esterman talking. I'm not here to quote high rates just because for my health and make it sound good. It's because that's what they tell me I need to quote. So I hope that's clear.
Well, you know what? I think that goes back to when somebody's looking to buy, let's say, a diamond. I know you know a little bit about jewelry, so someone's going to go...
family business.
Oh, we're going to get into that in a second.
But go ahead. I would love to hear this.
Yeah, but you know, when somebody goes to buy a diamond, they may go to they go to New York, go to 47th Street, and go shop around for a diamond, and they may get what they think they're looking for, but the reality is, it's for them to actually go to a legitimate place and get what they're paying for without the stress of being ripped off, is a different animal altogether. Because at the end of the day, when you have someone trying to look for that bargain, look to get a better deal. But meanwhile, in your business, they're going to a middle guy. Okay, well, there's a better deal here. Then all of a sudden, wait a second. He's going to you anyway, so now when he gets screwed over here, he has to come to you, and then what happens? Then it's like, what are you going to say, I told you so? And embarrass the person? Yeah. Well, maybe they deserve it. I don't know. Mike, I know you're a busy guy. I know you have a lot of things going on. So now is the time. I'm going to give you the air to plug whatever you need to plug, say whatever you need to say.
What I can plug. You were going to talk about the family business, I thought.
Oh, no, well, I'm not done. I'm not done, but I'm not done. But I want to give you the air to do that, and we're going to get into your family business in a second. I already have that planned out.
Oh, that's great.
I know you signed some new clients, and you have some solid clients in place. So feel free to talk about that for a moment.
No, well, the thing is whether it be new client, we talked about a couple new ones here. I mean, to go through the list, every day they change, whether they're female DJs, which seem to be a big draw. They're affordable, it's different, it's unique, and they look great. So why not hear them play music and look good at the same time? The reality stars, look, every show, there's a new show coming out every couple months. Those cast members are always available. It's almost hard to keep up on the roster page of Esterman.com as fast as I get to people, but guilty by association, as they say. Look, if you see most of the shows on there, and most people will call, hey, do you have this person? I don't see him, but 9 times out of 10, I'll get him for you. We even have an offer right now with John Gosselin. The Kate, John and Kate plus 8, minus John and, all that drama going on. Well, yes, John is even getting offers right now. I've got an offer on the table coming in for the East Coast in the Philly, New Jersey area. As soon as I get the details, we're going to run that to him, and hopefully he's going to be able to do those. He's doing his birthday party in Vegas at a club. So, names like that are high in the tabloid of today are always going to be in reach of Esterman. That's what I strive for. That's what my niche is.
Okay, well, that's good. Now we're going to talk about the Esterman Estate Jewelers.
Esterman Estate Jewelers, good lead there. I miss my dad tremendously. My father had passed in '97. Mm-hmm. He started the whole jewelry. He was always a craftsman, a diamond setter, a GIA gemologist, and all that great stuff. I didn't get a chance to really get entrenched in the jewelry business as I had hoped. Mm-hmm. His passing was somewhat sudden at 60 years old, young.
Oh, he was young. Oh.
But at the same time, I worked around him as I was growing up. I would be the guy. I loved polishing jewelry. I loved being there in the shop with him, helping him do the repairs. And then he started the store, which is located in Rockville, Maryland, at White Flint Mall. It's been there since the mall opened, a good 35 years probably.
Almost 40. Almost 40 years.
There you go. Almost 40 years. I'm losing track. It's been so long, but it's still there. But
and still going strong. Still going strong.
Well, it bears the name now, but it's run by one of his partners he had at the time. Now, due to the way the contracts were done and the way all the business structure was, we, the kids, were not involved with the actual passing of the actual store because he had a 50% partner. Mm-hmm. So, and let alone, I couldn't just jump in and say, hey, I'm going to take over the store. Look, it would have been a dream. Loved to carry on the family background thing. However, it just wasn't set up that way. But I loved the jewelry around it. I was not GA, as my father was. I just grew up around the business and loved it. At that time, I was doing those dance shows. I was doing my own shows. I was more on the entertainment side. I was that guy working with the local clubs and handling the VIPs that they book as the hospitality liaison, or VIP host as they call it today. That's how I started in all this. So my path was different, although my dad was my best friend, miss him and love him dearly, and I'm sure he's watching over to keep, at least I'm keeping the Esterman name as a whole alive.
Without a doubt. I need to add this in there. You speak about your father, you speak about him, you hold him in the highest regards. And I think that you run your business now based on how your father ran his business, which is
honesty, integrity, right. Being real, down to earth, accessible, all these things are somewhat, of course, you instill when you're a kid, and my father was always known to, to give the shirt off his back. I'm one of those same kind of breeds where I'm always looking out for others before I put myself first. So, I'm not driven by money. I'm more driven by loyalty and team membership. I'm that kind of a person. That's what my mindset is on. And based on those, I'm a rare breed. I'm a different person than what they call your typical agent mental, or whatever they want to say. I don't want to say there's anything wrong with a lot of the agents out there, because there are some great ones out there. But, the typical mold, as you would say, I am, you can tell, far different. I'm an East Coast guy. Tell you straight as it is. I'm the straight shooter, the straight talker, the no BS guy, and most people appreciate that. Well, some people can't stomach it. They don't want to hear the truth. They'd rather be, hand-holding and kind of tweak a little bit to make you feel good and warm and fuzzy inside. I'm not that guy. I'm the Simon Cowell of the business. I tell you straight. Hopefully you respect it, and you'll thank me later that I saved you a lot of BS along the way,
Well, you know what? That's the way it is, because I think more so, you're doing what you do. You're being straight up across the board, but you're also into relationship building, and that's important. You're building these strong bonds with your clients, but also with the venues and all the other organizations you deal with, even with your middle agents, and you're building those strong bonds, because that's the only thing that's going to actually help your clients to continue to grow and continue to have these appearances.
My thing that gets in the way of the business side of it is everybody, it seems, that deals with this, wannabe celebrity agent, arcade as it is. I think what it does is too many people are more involved with the egos. They're too involved with the power position, the statement of saying that you are the man. It's like it's all an ego thing in a way. To me, it's like, ego aside, we're here to do business. You know what I mean? We can do business with everybody as long as you're real, legit, upfront, and follow A, B, C, and D. But most people like to do A, E, and back to B, then to D, and then to C. It's like they're all over the place. So I'm an organized, straightforward, easiest to work with. I built the website, Esterman.com, to make it so user-friendly where you don't even have to talk to me. You can just click, submit, it's approved, go to contract. 1, 2, 3.
End of story. There's no dancing around. Everything's clear and everything, clear and concise. And I think our listeners that are out there, that may be celebrities that are hearing this, and they're looking for a true, honest booking agent that does the right thing, Mike Esterman is the guy. He's on
and the
top
great
of that
thing
list.
about that, if they are listening, is the fact that that's non-exclusive. You don't give up your life and your other team players that you're dealing with. It's all part of a team. Like, you don't need to have 5 of the same type of celebrity agents, however, because then you're all competing against the same buyer.
Right.
Because 99% of the people that they might say, oh, I can get you this club and so-and-so, I've already dealt with. I've talked to them. They're on file. They're getting my newsletters. Over 10 years in business, I'm sure I have the contact. And if I don't, their friends will tell them about it.
Right. And look, you basically, in a nutshell, explained who you are, what you do, and again, any celebrities, even sports stars, comedians, actors, whatever you are out there, and you're listening to this, you now you know how Mike works, and if you understand how he works, then he's a guy you want to work with, because I know you have agents out there that aren't easy to work with. They don't make it easy for you. They're not doing you justice, and in my opinion, Mike Esterman is the guy that is probably the one that you need to work with. And again, I wasn't paid to say that, guys. But that's my
I
honest
appreciate
opinion.
that. It's very nice of you to say. I'm glad you've taken notice from afar there, and it's the first time we got to, I guess, meet and talk. But another area like the sports you mentioned, that's one area I've never gotten into. I do not do anything with sports figures. Why? Well, it's a whole other beast. First of all. Right. I do have very few that are on the roster. Maybe a Jose Canseco, but he's more of, everybody knows him, the bad boy of baseball. Sure, he does a lot of other things, from boxing, celebrity boxing stuff, to even some appearances. Or you've got Tito Ortiz or Chuck Liddell and those great fighters that are in the UFC side. And, they do the appearances because of who they are again. But for a whole, I stay away from the sports area. It is a whole other beast. People know they're not going to call Esterman to get a sports figure. It's just an area that I've got enough on my plate with TV, music, celebrities, reality. I don't need to add a whole other bit of roster, because the talent buyers is what we're really out looking for. The people that need to book these are where our search is. We already have over 250 clients. I don't need more clients. We don't need more talent. I would say we need more people now to book the talent.
Yeah, well, you're what you're doing right now. You have so much there, and it's amazing how you have control of everything. It's not.
I'm that guy that never sleeps.
Yeah, you're uncluttered. I see that. You're uncluttered. You're keeping everything organized, and just by going to your website, you could see how things operate, and I think that's fantastic. And I personally think that the sky's the limit for you. Your future is just going to get brighter and brighter, and that's the way I feel. And
it's funny that I get the comments. I get comments from different parts of the world. Like I have Bam Margera over in Finland coming up in a few weeks, doing an expo signing. And it's funny that the guys over there say, Mike, I know our time zones are totally on the opposite side, but I can email you knowing it's in the middle of the night, and I get an email back within 10 minutes. And he says, it's amazing. I don't know anybody who responds to emails as fast as Esterman. Yeah. And I guess that's and I don't do that for that purpose to get the, accolades, but it's just funny because that's just part of my being. I'm up, I'm late, I get a couple hours, I'm working. It's like a nonstop grind. But I guess I enjoy it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it, right?
Yeah, that's true, and I can attest to those fast emails, because sometimes I email you, and before I get up out of the chair, I have an email back. So yeah. So you're good with that. You keep on top of that, Mike. I know you have a busy day. You have the weekend coming up. I know you have a lot of events planned over the weekend. Don't know if you want to talk about any of that. You want to make mention of any of that?
Yeah, tonight. Tonight in the Washington D.C. area, we've got two playmates, Shannon James and of course Stephanie Larimore, two playmates in Washington D.C. at Shadow Room. Shadow Room we just already had last week. I had Johanna from MTV's Real World Austin, and she's doing a lot of appearances. I got her in Nashville. We got Daisy coming to Nashville. At McFadden's, we just booked her there for Halloween. Huge Halloween with Daisy down there. You've got tonight, like I said, 12-pack from I Love Money, and also Daisy of Love. He and Ashley from Charm School and Rock of Love are tonight at Level in Fort Myers, Florida. Tomorrow they're at Sawgrass Mills Mall doing a signing at 3 to 6. That's just what I can think of on the top of my head. There's so many more. Who else am I missing? Bam Margera tonight he's in Rhode Island at Pearl. Love those guys. There's all kinds of people. Every day there's somebody booked somewhere.
Well, you're on Facebook too, right, Mike?
Facebook under Mike Esterman. Of course, now the Facebook, I have to say, I'm a little self-reserved on that. It's not really where I conduct business. I usually actually just handle my personal dating, personal friends. I have to say, it's really where I do get to be my personal side and, hey, try to meet up with people. There's what's going on. Here's some events. I kind of keep that on the light and hearty personal side. So I don't just add everybody there. But MySpace, Mike Esterman is everybody. Esterman.com, of course, the world. I'm accessible everywhere.
All right, cool. All right, Mike, listen, I know you have a lot of things to do, so I don't want to keep any longer than I have. I want to thank you for etching out some of your time today. I know it was kind of rough, and we had a tug of war for a few days, but we finally got it done. Look, you are the best in what you do, and as I said, I think your future is going to get brighter and brighter, and you just get better year in and year out, and I do wish you the best of luck. I'd like to revisit with you down the road to get you back on.
Anytime, please.
Because I know every month there's something different with you, so I know every time we speak.
Every week.
Every week. But I'm trying not to overload everybody.
No problem. No, I really appreciate you taking the time out, and I'm glad I got to set a few moments aside while the hundreds of emails are backing up. But, I'm glad to be able to talk to you guys, give you a little insight that I don't normally get to do. And hopefully I'll see some people in LA at the Reality Awards on October 17th as well.
Yeah, and guys, any celebrities or even venues that are looking to book some celebrities on Esterman.com, go to his site, book them. This is a guy you want to deal with. Thanks again, Mike, and look, have yourself a great day and a great weekend.
Hey, you too, man. Thanks for the time.
You got it. Thank you.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.